Hey guys, just realized I've been in mute the whole time. Great. Need to run through that again. Pain in the arse. This OBS software. Okay, so we'll run through oil. This is last week's point of control. What you're looking at here is this is today, this is Monday and Sunday, and then we've got each one broken into a weekly profile, so we can see where the low volume areas are and where the point of control for the week is, as well as where value is for the previous week. So we didn't get the fill. We were a little bit too early, or sorry, our position was a wee bit too high. But what I was expecting was we've seen tons of selling, and then the offer has been pulled on the way up. So they're essentially at the high of the day, yet negative 1700. So we're going to see a big stop run, which I thought might have been here. So the plan of attack and premise for this trade is we break, we test out this area, and ultimately, if we can get filled our first position here, we'll look to get out down at the point of control. If we don't, then we'll be fading here and then adding another position here, and then ultimately our stop will be around about this sort of area here. But I cannot see us getting there today, so most likely is we just get filled here and then we'll take it back down to the point of control. That's the last trade of the day, and if it doesn't get there, it doesn't get there. But it's interesting how much the offer has been pulled here. So nothing too exciting. Gold been a pretty rough one. Start of the week it went super bid. We broke out of last week's value and then consolidated. And now we're just going to back down towards last week's point of control. Gold would be pretty interesting if we could break below here to one last stop run, and then we'd probably look to bid back, to the point of control area. But nothing too exciting happening there. Russell had said earlier that we'd taken a position down here, and we get out round about here. I'll just show you guys the positions there, which is trade, show order fills. Took some positions here and we get out here. So we bought some here, and then we get out here. So we missed out on about 30 ticks, but c'est la vie. It's not like you can do much about that. So that was the positions. The bubbles that you're seeing, the blue bubbles is buying, the yellow bubbles are selling. They're delta bubbles, so it allows me to see areas where there's been activity and where buyers and sellers are much stronger. It just puts the DOM on the chart a little bit more for large activity, but we are at the point of control at the moment, so nothing too exciting on Russell. And then on YM has been fairly straightforward, a little bit more choppy profile to be honest. Massive low volume nodes here that the market seems to be filling out. If we could get up here for the session, I'd be looking to fade depending on what the order flow looks like. Fan favourite NQ, it's an interesting one. NQ again, price got up to this sort of area. It's a big point of control and tons of resistance up here, but as discussed, we're not going to get up there this session. So the most likely cause for today would be, I mean, we never know, we could get up here today. I mean, it's 260 ticks away, mind you. And delta is dropping, so delta is dropping, yet price is going up the way, which essentially means we have seen a shit ton of absorption on the bid. And when that happens, you have a stop run coming up right now on the DOM. Okay, we'll see what happens, but with delta going down like this, it means there's been tons of market order sellers, yet price has not really moved. And if price breaks the highs here, then oh, pardon me, then we'll see a nice little stop run. Depending on the price action, we'll maybe look to fade back to the point of control. So that would be nice, to be honest. There's maybe a little trade opportunity for NQ. I think buying the breakout at this time is not really advisable, to be honest. We can see size up here. So there's someone flashing 50 here in the offer. You know, they're bouncing around. They're really jumping around these orders here, aren't they? Definitely a market maker working it. So the plan of attack is to go up and fill out these orders, and then in the process, a stop run happens for all this negative delta that's come in. And then what we would like to see, I'm not too sure if we'll trade it, but is a fade back into the point of control to end the session. We'll see if anything has happened in oil yet. No. We'd like the market to go bid and get us filled, and then we'll look to be targeting back down in this sort of area if we can. What's everyone trading today? So let me know what you guys are been trading or what's been happening. Potentially zoom in a little bit so you guys can see what's happening. Let me know if you can see the stream okay. Nothing too exciting, so point of trading, it's awfully boring to be honest, which is the impetus for this channel, is so we can create a community, help traders get better, stop them doing stupid things when they're taking positions. Okay, so ES is breaking up, which means NQ will be doing the same. It's not normally, we need a bigger sweep than that. Look at this, the amount of offer that's, you know, that's just not all that's selling here, you know, just about to break highs. So we should see a nice little stop run come in. Just directly. We're just going to draw a little line here so we can see exactly how the market behaves at these highs here. I'll make it a little bit bigger for you so you can see. So I already gave a little stop run. I honestly would expect it to be a little bit more than that, but you know, it is still a sweep I suppose, and now Delta's then coming in to the downside. So that's a shame. Trade premise is correct, but you can see the amount of absorption actually here. 146 lifted the offer here, you know, and then so someone was definitely looking to get filled here, which is evidence the way these guys were flashing, right? So this trade idea is now over. That's a shame. If this goes back up now to sweep, then we need to see, but sometimes I wish it was a little bit more. You know, you get a little bit more of a sweep. I mean, it's only a couple of ticks, so not enough for me, sadly. See what's happening in CL. I must admit, I'm not really liking how the market's stalling at the highs, to be honest. Or the previous day high, anyway. Interesting to see if the market then just dumps now. Did the stop run to the highs? Interesting to see if we sell off now. If this is your first time watching, if you're watching it in replay or watching it right now, if you could hit the like button or press the subscribe button, if you could. It is free, of course, and it helps me to continue to do this. It's always nice to get a little bit of progression when you're doing this YouTube thing. I typically run a stream in pre-market, just watching the DOMs where it's nice and relaxed. We can discuss order flow, but when the market's active at this site, so we're seeing yes has done the same. Look at this classic little sweep of the highs before selling off. You know, you can see that it's basically a giveaway. The orders when they were flashing up here, saying they wanted to get size filled. You know, we've had like 300 contracts or something traded here in a matter of seconds, and the offer was pulled. So it's almost like the offer has been pulled, you know, just to get price up here. But didn't really see any massive amounts of delta. So the expected now is we can go back and retest these areas down here. Of course, the market could just obviously go to the moon, but considering the time of day, it doesn't look like we're going to get filled here now. If this point of control wasn't here, I'd potentially look at taking a short, you know, but really where's the target going to be, you know, down here, and stop, we need to be above here. I mean, so stop here, entry here. You know, it's not even worth it. We need price to come all the way back down to this range, even for a 1-to-1, to be honest. So not really worth it at the moment. But yeah, again, not a huge amount of delta. Delta and order flow, which is part of order flow to be honest, is very important in your trading. Wow, NQ got a dump, look at that. If sellers now come in pretty strong, and we'll probably see these lows been taken out. You know, in NQ, you know what it's like, it can happen pretty quickly. It's 100 lot showing. There we go. Wow. What a trade that would have been. If it went that little bit more for the sweep, I would have taken a short there. It's my textbook standard trade. See if the market can slice through that order or not. There we go, slices through it. See if there's a follow through. There looks to be. It would be so classic of the market to give everyone an easy day bid. The people that have somehow entered in here long, been greedy, you know, after all this chop up here, are now going to be stopped out, and then if we do get down here, we'll see a whoosh of stops. Triggered. Oh. But until we break, obviously here, until we break, you know, this line, which has caused some more downside, and we'll go back and target this area down here, or break the high. There's nothing really much to be had, you know. You don't diddle in the middle, as the saying goes. Right now. The main premises as well is there was not really any real delta to break up here, so it means the offer has been pulled on the way up, then sweeped, and now it's just dumping. Some sellers are coming in, you know, and ultimately here, you know, buyers are still trying to absorb, but my mic just died there. If sellers do come in here and, you know, we get like 500 delta come in soon, this is gonna, market's gonna shit itself here. So we'll just draw this till you see the blip, if I can hurry up. The blip of this level is where all the stops are going to be. So the fact we're down here, it's going to be pretty unlikely that the market is just going to stop. It's likely going to take these. It's going to take this and then all this buy side liquidity and orders down here. You know, I feel in this market, I feel the word liquidity has been ruined by ICT. Honestly, you know, this is true liquidity and orders. You know, he's just drawing random turtles and shit on charts. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's sold off. Nightmare. Same again, you know, with this stop run, potentially need to look at, that's two trades, two glorious trades that I've missed because I've just been wanting just too much to get a better entry. You know, we wicked that, not a single tick and drawdown, you know, taking that, and now we're probably going to go back down. Now, see what ES is just doing the same. Let's see if YM's already. It's actually a good sign for correlations, to be honest. You know, in order to be super bull, you need all equities to be to be clearing highs, which should give you a bit more confidence for your fades. So if you guys watch this in replay, let me know what you prefer. Do you prefer me talking about markets and putting it in candlestick charts and discussing overall where the sort of texture is in context for everything, or do you prefer just looking at the DOM? What do you prefer? Right now there's not really too much, we're just filling out this low volume area down to here to the left, and these are the areas of interest I've got marked out. The fade, I think ultimately the buy positions are going to be in NQ is, I would love price to get back down here so we can bid. Certainly we'll be buying at the moment, to be honest, with Delta being super weak. If we break here, we'll maybe go for a low position here. Let's stop down here, and then we'll take this back to the point of control region. Let's see if we can get a break at previous day's high. So it looks like we're about to pop, and if we do pop here, we should see the market shit itself, to be honest. And what we're looking to do here, I mean this is quite a big bit away, but the market will shit itself here. If there's some follow through, that is. And then we'd look to see if we can spike down, we then catch the bid, and then ride up back up to here, or we get out at this area. But yeah, again, this should be popping more than this, you know. It's about to go though, to be honest. You can see some absorption here. Oh wow. Some size coming in. Wow, there we go. This is the action we're looking for. Let's see if they're all going to be filled down here. There we go, there's the fill. Now we want price to collapse more. But the market after filling those orders. There we go. There we go. That's exactly what we're expecting. There we are. Come on, fill, please. Wow. There we go. Now we want to see a bid back up. Let's see if we can quickly get nice little 90 ticks or so here. This is wild. What a glorious stop run, to be honest. This is exactly how it is. Let's see if we can get filled right at this breakout area. We'll reduce it. Ever so slightly, just to make sure. Sellers have stepped in up here, to be honest. Not really liking the absorption. We need to see buyers come in. Some wild price action there. So we're now negative delta on the day, to be honest. Let's look at the dump in the ES. Pretty heavy as well. Yeah, it's mostly NQ. We know how wild that is. Look at the DOM here. We can see sellers are still absorbing here, though. We need to see some buyers step in. Delta's negative, which means buyers are absorbing the sell side at the minute. I think what we're going to do is we're going to look to add here. If we can. And then we do get a little bit lower, the market has seen some point here to fade round about here, so we're a little bit optimistic. Let's see, let's go for there. Market needs to go and retest that area, to be honest. So we'll see if we can get a fill. The only thing is about buying down here. It's been a rejected area, but likely, you know, it's going to sweep some of this levels down here as everyone has just bought. Their stops are going to be exactly where my stops are. Now the good thing is about this trade is delta is negative here, right? But price is not moving, which is good. So it means buyers are absorbing. There's certainly still some negative delta in here. This is such a crazy asset, this NQ. It's wild. A little bit ambitious take profit, to be honest. I already had probably 75% of the target, to be honest. I think we will adjust if we do get filled. And so we'll see. Here we go. Now we don't want to get stopped out here in this push, because if this goes down here it will give a bit of a break. That's the only thing. I think I might reduce this to down here and then adjust. Yeah, that would make more sense, to be honest. It's only concern, I'm very conscious that the market loves to take these stop levels, to be honest with you. And I will really want to be buying really where people have their stops. I'm going to need to adjust my take profits in general. You know, I had exactly where it was, you know, in the first move. And I typically always enter a smaller position size at the start and then look to add, and then, you know, so we'll see how we get on here. If we can get filled. Here we go. Done it again. Okay, that's us done with all of the change of ordering now. We may even remove this now, to be honest. We'll see how the price goes on. Buyers are now stepping in a little, which is good. This is why I always enter a smaller position to start and then look to scale in. So if I'm really, really wrong, then my first position is a smaller size. So if we can go back up to where price originally was, that would be fantastic. We just basically targeted the lows of regular trading hours. So tons of absorption here on the offer, which is not great here. That's not a fantastic sign, to be honest with you. We need to see this level been taken out up here. If we can take this out, this absorption level, then we're likely going to go back up and test these areas. Here we are. One buyer step in, please. Still seeing a bit of absorption. It's not great. Right, we definitely need this area to be taken on the DOM up here. Someone could, call their buddy at Goldman or something and just tell them to, dump 500 contracts long into NQ. That would be great if someone could do that, so that my 2-lot position, can can make some money. That would be fantastic. Thanks. Right, now that this is here, there's no point. I'm going to remove risk, because if price comes back down here after this bid, we're looking to go higher. This is a nice classic stop run. So if this could go back up and fill me up here, that would be swell for a nice little trade, if we can. But yep, wonder if everyone's buying and the stops were taken. NQ is always so aggressive with its stop runs. It always goes further. That's the thing. This actually started from the initial trade thesis of up here, with a slight little tick to take some orders, and it just dumped. You know. So we're now seeing the offer been pulled now, which is nice. So if this, I mean, people that have got the balls, would be nice to see price come all the way back up here, but I'm just not holding that long, to be honest. I'm happy to try and get out. A little bit cheesed off with, you know, I literally got here with my first entry, but we'll see how this looks now. So let's have a look at our markets. What's happened? Oil dumped. Shame for that trade. Gold's doing nothing. Let's have a quick look. Russell's in a pullback. Same here. I've had a little look how slight the stop runs are in here though. And how did the ES turn out? ES is doing the same sweep of regular trading hours low. So I'm pretty close here. This would be nice if we just can go up and take us out. That would be fantastic. And we can end the day in a nice, for a plus 1.5 KD or something if we can get filled here. Look how much the market sold off to get down here in Delta, and then we're back up and it's a tiny little bit, which is slightly concerning, because it means if anyone comes in and releases some size, we're going to be all the way back down here pretty soon, to be honest. Which again is annoying. So you can see the little amount of delta that's moving the market at the moment. So the bid has just been pulled. So hopefully we can go up and retest here. That would be nice. I mean, I'm not asking for too much. I'm not really wanting to exit one contract here. It's always the same. You kick yourself, you exit one contract at this price, then market goes up, and it's the times that you don't exit one contract where it'll go back down and give you some, you know, you need to hold trade. But now this is not looking swell. So we need to see buyers hold these prices here. I'm just going to copy this and draw this to see what happens when the market gets here, if it does again. I think I might. Don't be a dick for a couple of ticks, right? It's twice we've had a fair whack and we're just trying to get filled, and then you end up having to sit through it. And then when you're in a position, you don't tend to look for any other new opportunities. It's always the same. So much negative delta coming in here, which is not great. Yeah, this is not looking fantastic. We need buyers to hold here, because otherwise if we do take out these lows, then my stop is probably going to be taken, which looks to be the case at the minute with how negative the delta is. Considering I just had all this profit on the table and not scaled out one position is frustrating. But we'll see. It's always the same with these markets. We need to watch how price behaves. Let's see what's happening with the ES. ES is literally doing the same. ES is a bit more support, which is good. I mean, are they really going to create that much carnage here? The wicks are nice to see, to be honest. Let's have a look at the 1 minute to see how that's behaving. Right, if we do, we're going to scale out at least one here. I'm kicking myself, to be honest. This. There we go. There's a little bit of bid, which is good. We need that to not be absorbed. That would be excellent. So we'll take off one there, you know, considering we're not going to sit and make the same mistake twice, to be honest, and sit through the pain if we don't have to. Just take the free money when it's on the table, right? This trade is brutal. uh, Market's looking like it's want to go lower here, isn't it? The 5 minutes showing tons of wicks on Icanashi, so we'll see if we can get filled. There's tons of orders being executed right now, these prices. And this is the thing now, if we do take out here, Mike just died again. If we do take out these orders here, then we'll likely take this out, but we'll see. What is nice that Delta's dropping and price is absorbing at the minute. It's good to see. Just going to bring up the Discord and see if there's any news going. Hamas official Sama Hamdan, if Israel military aggression continues, there will be no ceasefire. Oh jeez. So did oil, that was 1837. Did oil take a hit for that? Interesting. Okay, nothing else really happening. Right, come on NQ. Just hurry up in a slight little bid. And ES and NQ are literally doing the same thing at the minute. There's certainly not really any buying delta come in, so we're just seeing absorption at the minute for buyers, which means it's the larger players that are absorbing here, which is a good sign. Is anyone still in any positions at the minute? Or what you're trading? I think I'll give this trade another, probably 15-20 minutes or so, to be honest. But it should have already played out, to be honest with you. Tons of absorption happening on the bid at the minute, which likely means we're gonna, if there's going to be some more fuckery in here, they're going to take out these lows and then reverse. I mean, if we do take out pre-market lows from here, there's going to be carnage. But considering the amount of absorption and we're not moving, delta's dropping. We're negative 1200 right now on the day, but the market's not moving. If the buyers turn off the tap, this is going to drop big time. I'm very tempted here. Very, very tempted. to be adding on some risk down here. The problem again with this is, you know, if the market does sweep this low, you know, the chances of the stop and hit is pretty high. That's the problem with NQ. It never normally just does this. It never normally just does this, to be honest. Normally you've got a little bit more of an aggressive sweep. Where are these prices? 18181. Right here is where these orders are. Okay, we're going to sweep the lows now. Unbelievable. Right, this is going to shit itself here. Right. Okay, now's the opportunity. If this is to go bid, it's to go bid now. You know, the classic stop run. Now it should be going bid. Okay. Buyers have now stepped in. Again, was tempted to add on risk. Interesting. How the delta's changing like that. Tony, every time you can see the market did this up here, and it's just repeated the exact same cycle right below this low, and it's annoying because you can never really judge the velocity of the stop for that. So, but yeah, the offer's now been pulled again. Okay, terribly managed position here again. Trade thesis has been great. So we'll just look to take our lumps, I think, here, now that the sweep's happened, the market doesn't go back up. This is, yeah, it's the point of control down here. So how was ES for a stop run? It's not really done one yet. That's not so good. There's some serious size on the bid down here for NQ anyway. There we go. Night night. These are all great positions to add, man, because if we go bid here, you know, this thing is, the amount of aggressive selling that's happened, negative 2k delta on the day. So much selling at the minute. Okay, last chance saloon I suppose here for this position, unless we want to be holding, but to be honest, if we break and hold below these lows, we're going to be challenging the low of the day, and then we'll likely just sweep back and finish in here. So, which is looking likely at the minute. So we can see that delta's coming in. Price is actually going down the way, which is not great, so we're seeing absorption. What a weird trade this has been. You know, still tons of absorption happening, to be honest. Now we have the same repeatable pattern as up here. The market up, you know, was 4k delta, and now we're negative 1800. So there's been so much selling. So there's going to be tons of stop outs. This is going to go. Not a fantastically managed position by myself, considering we had so much on the table. What do we ultimately think is going to happen here? Still got a couple hours left of the session. So this is the low. A nice little stop run's already happened. Just it would be nice if we can I'm very, very tempted to add here, guys. Considering. It's a nice big 100 lot there that was pulled. Look at that, someone just flashed 100 and pulled it straight away. Fuck. Fill me if you're going to. Okay. That is us now. Last chance to Luno for this trade. See what we can do. If we take out these lows, then I'm out, obviously. I mean, are we going to really try and take this high again? Yeah, we are. We are. We can't be taking on all this risk without at least getting a one-to-one anyways. So, if the market breaks this again, then it's, well, trade thesis is gone, because we're then going to just chop around and hit the low of day. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, ES is looking to break now, which is not great. If ES flushes, then NQ will flush. To be honest with you, there we go. Yeah. Anyways, guys, night night for this position. I will comment in the video of what happens. Peace.